Okay, so for question 5, told object was launched upwards from a platform. Graph shows the height of the ground. X seconds after its launch, which are following intervals, was the height of the object increasing for the entire interval. So where is it? Where is the slope positive? Which would be in this interval. So that's from 0 to 2 seconds. So the correct answer here is answer choice A, from 0 to 2. Okay, so for question 6, how many yards are equivalent to 1,116 inches? So we just have to take 1,116 and we have to divide by 31. So this would just be, sorry, not 31, 36. So divided 1,116 divided by 36, which should equal 31. So how many yards are in that? 31 yards. Okay, question 7. Okay, so question 7, f of x equals 14 plus 4x. We have a function. How many games can be played for a total cost of 58? F is the total cost, so we have 58 equals 14 plus 4x. Find x. Subtract 14 from both sides. That gets us 44 equals 4x, which would mean that we divide both sides by 4 and we get x is equal to 11. So the correct answer is 11. Okay, question 8. Okay, so we're question 8. We have a linear function. We're told b is a constant. When x is 0, f of x is 30. What is the value of b? So we're told that when x is 0, f of x is 30. So 30 is equal to x is 0. So 0 plus b. What is the value of b? Well, 0 plus value is just the value. So 30 is equal to b. So the correct answer is D, 30. It's the value of b. Okay, question 9. Okay, so question 9. This is standard exponential function. So we have the base value and then we have a rate and we have the time. So what is the best interpretation of P of 0? So 0 just means the rate is after 0 years. That just means that we just have the base value. So the base value is 1,800, which means that in this case, it's number of years since study began. So when the study began, it was 1,800. Our answer is B. Question 10. Okay, so question 10. We have managers responsible for running supplies. Start with 4,500. And also that 70 are used each day, so minus 70x, and the final value is 1,700. So equals 1,700. So in this case, um, we can subtract 1,700 from both sides and add 70x to both sides to get 4,500 minus 1,700 equals 70x. Now we simplify, this would be 2,800 equals 70x, divide both sides by 70, so divide by 70. This would be equal to 40x. So the correct answer is answer choice B. Question 11. Okay, so for question 11, which of the following tables are all the values of x and y solutions? So this case, all the tables have 2, 4, and 6. So let's just plug those in. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 8 is 16. So y has to be greater than 16. Then for 4, we have 16 plus 8, which is equal to 24. So y has to be greater than 24. And then for the final one, we have 6, which means y has to be greater than 32. So the table has to follow this. So in this case, 19 is greater than 16, 30 is greater than 24, and 41 is greater than 32. So correct answer is A. This is smaller, this is smaller, and this is smaller. So the correct answer is A. Okay, question 12. Okay, so question 12. Which expression is equivalent to x squared plus 11 squared plus x minus 5 times x plus 5. So in this case, we're just going to multiply this out. So we have x squared plus 11 times x squared plus 11, which would be, let's write it out, x squared plus 11, x squared plus 11. That's going to be x to the fourth. It's going to be 11x squared, 11x squared. This is going to be 121, which this is going to be x to the fourth plus 22x squared plus 121. And then we have to multiply this out. So x minus 5 times x plus 5 is just going to be um, plus x squared uh, minus 25. So we have x to the fourth, 22x squared plus x squared is going to be plus 23x squared plus 121 minus 25 is going to be plus 96. So the correct answer is B. Okay, question 13. Okay, so for question 13, we have a function. What is the value of each of 2? That means we just plug in 2 for x. We have 8 over, and then we plug in 2 for x, so 5 times 2 is 10, plus 6 is 16, 8 over 16, which is simplified into 1 over 2. So correct answer is half. Okay, question 14. Okay, so we're question 14. We're told the side lengths of two sides of a right triangle. What is the area of triangle? Well, area is just base times height divided by 2. So you can think of this like a square. Base times height for a square divided by 2 for the triangle. So 5 times 3 is 15, and we divide by 2. So the correct answer is 15 over 2. Okay, question 15. Okay, so question 15. So the graph models number of active projects a company is working on X months after the end of November 2012. What is the projected number of active projects they're working on at the end of November 2012? So this is the same date as the start date. So we just have to look at the start date, which is at 5. So the correct answer is at B. Okay, question 16. Okay, so question 16. There are two variables. For each increase in x by 1, y increases by 8. So that just made 8x equals y. And then when the value of x is 2, value of y is 18. So if we plug in 2 for x, we get 16 equals 18. What do we have to add to this to get 18? We have to add 2. So we have 8x plus 2. So the correct answer is C. Okay, 17. Okay, so question 17. We have numbers which following express C in terms of P and N. So in this case, we just have to simplify. So first we just divide both sides by N. We get P over N equals 19 minus C. Add C to both sides. P over N plus C equals 19. Subtract P over N from both sides, and we get C equals 19 minus P over N. So that's the correct answer. So that's answer choice D. C equals 19 minus P over N. Okay, question 18. Okay, so for question 18, which following is a solution to the given equation? We have w squared plus 12w minus 40 equals 0. So I'm going to solve this by doing some squares. So which of the following is a solution? So we're going to do w squared plus 12w. We add 40 to both sides, equals to 40. Then we finish the square. So this is 12. So we just take half of that, which is 6. So we have w squared plus 12w plus 6 squared equals 40 plus 6 squared. So we added 6 squared to both sides. This can just simplify into w plus 6 squared equals, and then 40 plus 6 squared is what, 36 plus 40? That's 76. Take the square root of both sides. W plus 6 is equal to square root of 76, which we can then subtract 6 from both sides to get W is equal to negative 6 plus, so square root of 76 should be 2 square root of 19. So looking at our answer choices, that's answer choice D. Okay, question 19. So question 19, table summarizes employees, sets of restaurants, which one could be median. So in this case, median would mean we just have to take bottom values and top values and cross them out. So 2 and 2 get crossed out. 4, this 7 becomes 3, and then this 2 and 3, this becomes 1. So that means that the median value is between 20 and 25, which would mean that the correct answer is D, 21. Okay, question 20. Okay, so for this question, what is the y-coordinate of the y-intercept of the graph? So in this case, the intercept is when x is equal to 0. So this would just be 0 equals negative 5y over 9 plus 21. Subtract 21 from both sides. We get negative 21 equals negative 5y over 9. Since we have negative on both sides, we just multiply both sides by negative 1 to get both from positive. Multiply both sides by 9 and then divide by 5. So multiplying both sides by 9, you get 189. And then we divide both sides by 5, which that can be simplified. So this is our final answer, 189 over 5. Okay. Question 21. Okay, so for question 21, so we're given a graph. We're asked what is the value of BC. So, well, we need to find both the value of B and the value of C for that. So first thing we can do is we know this point is at y equals 0 and x equals negative 6. So we have 0, or sorry, we have negative 6 is equal to, we plug in 0 for x. So negative 6 is equal to C. So now we have C because x is 0. So both of these terms become 0. And then we can plug in a different point So I think we should use this point. So in this case, we'd have y equals -8 equals x is -1. So -1 squared is just +1. So at -8 equals 2. We have minus b because x is -1. So -1 makes this minus. And then we have -6 for c. So now we can simplify. So 2 minus 6 is -4. So we have -4 minus b. Add 4 to both sides. We get -4 equals -b, or b is equal to +4. And what is the value of bc? -6 times 4 is -24. So the correct answer is -24.